Hello everyone, welcome to Trade. Today we're going to be seeing the Nifty and Banknifty levels for 6th January. This is the daily chart of Banknifty. As expected, we got a nice move on the downside. We'll just see how the trade went today, and then we'll see what are the possible levels for tomorrow on the daily chart and the 15-minute chart. So now I'm just going to shift to our 15-minute chart. See, this is the analysis that we had yesterday, right? We had a support line here, and we were ready to short. According to our plan, we were ready to short if this line at about 42,850 breaks with a target of this zone. This zone was marked clearly yesterday, that is 42,400 to 42,500. But in the intraday, I had a view that we will hit 42,500. But this one extra dip came but didn't sustain. We got a small up move. Now, where all we could have entered is what we shared in our group. That is, first of all, we had a view that we could hit this 42,500, and the best, see, by the time we could already post this, the second 15 minutes candle was a big one, right? So we had to wait for a pullback at least on the 20 MA on 5 minutes chart, and even the open interest was showing that there was some good resistance on the upside. This is for today's. And this is the 20 MA, the red line is the 20 MA. We got a perfect retest, and all along the day we were below the 20 MA. And it was a pretty beautiful and easy trade. There was nothing complex about trading today. The moment the previous day low broke, that itself was a sign we could get a dip on the downside. And the best entries were based on the CPR. Once we went up, retested the CPR, and once the CPR started breaking, right, we could have taken a shot. The other entry was when we retested this previous day low. When this dip came, retested this previous day low. This was also a retest of the 20 MA when we retested this. So we could have taken this and kept the previous day low as stop loss. Our stop loss would have never hit, and the target would have hit beautifully. At this point, it did look like 42,560 or 42,500. We could get some bounce from here. Didn't expect these two candles to come so fast. That's one reason why I posted that 42,500 there's a strong support. Whenever we see this, right, most likely it will not close below 42,500 on the expiry. So that's the reason we posted this. But the next two candles also was a nice two big red candle, but there's no follow-up. There was a slight pullback on the upside. Now, seeing the levels for tomorrow, we'll get rid of this zone and we'll bring this line over here. And everything else remains the same in the chart. If this low of 42,360 goes, that is today's low, the targets are 42,120, and probably we could, this is very big target, 42,650. So because of that, we'll use CPR. We have 42,200 and 41,800. The CPR levels also we can use, but this we should at least on 15 minutes be trading below the previous day low, that is 42,300. Then maybe we have a whole number of 42,000 as well, which is over here. So definitely we can get some more on the downside if we trade below this 42,360. The first targets are this 42,097, and we can make use of all the CPR targets as well. I'm going to get rid of this black line as well. And any trade on the upside, like a momentous trade, probably only above this 42,857, right? If we come here with some sort of a gap up, right, there is a good possibility we might take some resistance again over here at about 42,800. So if you check the US market and the global data, everything is in red. The US market has slipped today. Even the European markets are in red. So this will definitely put us in a gap down position. We'll have to wait and see. It's too early for taking a call on the US market because they just started. When there will be a no trading scenario is when we get off a huge gap down, probably about 400-500 points somewhere. If we gap down in this region, right, we might get some kind of a pullback. Then only thing we can do is wait and trade, wait for some kind of a pullback towards this level of 42,200 and then see if we can take a short position here. So if we get a big gap down, yeah, there might be a scenario, it might be difficult to trade. But if we get a flat opening, most likely we will go down and we have the levels marked. There's another scenario that can come up is we could get a flat opening, make this type of a double bottom, hold this level and get some kind of a intraday bounce. Even that would be tradable if we get a nice bullish price action over here at about 42,300. So this is what we have planned for Bank Nifty. Our bias is on the downside. Let's see how it goes tomorrow. Now, just to show one more thing on this daily chart is this long trend line. This trend line is coming in from June 22nd. See, we have taken multiple times support on this trend line, right? Even today, almost along this trend line is where we kind of took. So we'll have to keep a watch on this. Maybe if we come lower to this level of 42,000 along this trend line, right, there is a chance we might take some support. But if this breaks, yeah, maybe we can even test 41,600. See, it doesn't mean that when you have a long trend line from almost a year back, it doesn't mean that if this breaks, we will fall drastically. But yeah, if we take support, definitely it will work well. But if we break down, it's not that we're going to fall 2,000, 3,000 point. Maybe the nearest level. The next nearest level is 41,600. So this is with Bank Nifty. Let's see Nifty. Even Nifty gave some beautiful selling scenario today. So I'm going to get rid of this black trend line. It's not required anymore. See, this move was easily capturable in Nifty, right? No doubt about it. The moment this broke down, this resistance broke down, this entire move we could have captured. It was pretty easy. Obviously the next target was this low. So I'm going to move this line over here, and now for Nifty again, if this today's low breaks, the next support is only coming in here, 17,800, and if we go higher, this entire zone can act as a good resistance zone, that is between 18,085 and 18,120, where pretty much almost today we retested and had a dip. So that's it for tomorrow. Our bias is we might get one more small dip before going up on the downside, but we will be careful because already we have got a nice dip from 43,000 until 42,300, almost 1,000 points. See, if we get a gap down to this area, right, this is where I'll be careful. S1 and previous day low doesn't break, there can be a reversal to the CPR. So we'll wait for this level to break before taking a short position. That's our plan. Let's see how it goes.